through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 6 coming up. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. The stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here in this. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game. In OT in the playoffs.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Well, if you like drama, especially in the biggest of all games, we are back for the 2nd overtime now. The Super Bowl. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. The Patriots send out their punter. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And that's going to be a first down to the 35 as the clock continues to run. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now the timeout comes in with just 1 second left in overtime.
All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10.
This is McCaffrey on the give.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up down.
So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this.
I think we can safely call this one of the greatest games ever played as we now head to a 3rd overtime of this Super Bowl.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, welcome back to the millions watching nationally and around the world. Boy, have you been in for a treat. An all-time classic as now we go to the 4th overtime.